Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this little bridge here, and it's really simple and you don't need a whole lot of crafts. All you need is popsicle sticks or craft sticks, whichever you want to call them. You're going to need those, and you're going to need some shears or scissors, depending on which one you want. You're going to need either wood glue or hot glue. For this particular bridge, I used wood glue, but for the video, for this bridge I'm going to be doing in the video, I am going to be using hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. And there we have it. I am going to grab me a piece of wax paper and lay it down, because this is going to keep the hot glue from sticking to it. Although my work surface is glass, and the hot glue is not going to stick to that. So, yeah. So as you can see here, I've already went ahead and cut out my pieces. So this is what we have, and I'm just going to slide the rest to the side. So basically what I did to get this at this point, I'm just lining my ends up so y'all can see what it's going to look like. So what I did was I went ahead and, let's turn this a little bit. I went ahead and cut out my sticks, and what I did was I took my my shears and a popsicle stick, and all I done was cut it at an angle like this on both ends. And then you'll have this part here. I'm just going to lay that to the side. And what I did for this part that you see here, that's going to go up against there, I again took a craft stick. I left the end on here, and then I just cut at an angle. And that's what you end up with. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my hot glue and put these pieces together. Let me see here. Turn this up a little. So we're going to grab our hot glue gun, and I am going to just add some hot glue to the end. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this into place. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. And we're going to do the same thing. And we're just going to stick that into place and pull it off. There we have it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our end pieces that we have here, and I'm going to space them out. And all I done for these little pieces here, I just took and cut part of it off like this, and then you end up with these pieces. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to go ahead and we're going to place them on our bridges. So we're going to put one here in here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one right here, and we're just going to stick the other one right here. This is what we're going to end up with, and we're going to do that again on this one down here. And like this. So this is what we have, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our other ones into place. So I'm just lining them up how they're going to look. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my glue gun. We're just put a dab of glue here, and we're just going to stick it into place. I hate these little bitty there we go. Strings of glue. They just get all over the place and it drives me insane. I can't stand for those little strands of glue. They just, yeah. If you work with a hot glue gun as much as I do, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say the little strands of glue. Just, ugh, they be all over the place. Stick that there. And we're just going to stick our next one right in here. Just like that. And this one is kind of crooked, so I'm going to pull this off. And I'm just going to peel that glue right off of there. And I'm going to re-stick it because it was crooked and I couldn't take it. So we're just going to re-stick it. And that's what we have. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. So we're just going to stick that right there. Like this. And then we're going to go ahead, stick our next one in. I'm just going to put that right there. And then we're going to put our two in the middle. Right here. And here. Just like that. And this is what we have so far. And we're going to turn this around so it ends like this. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our other pieces and we're going to cover these ends up. So we're just going to go ahead and put this here. And we're going to just grab our others. And I am going to just take some hot glue and we're just going to put a dab of hot glue right across the edge. And we're going to go ahead and stick this right across there, just like this. And we're going to take our ends and we're going to put a little bit of hot glue here and here. And we're just going to go ahead and stick these across just like this. And we're going to make sure, and you're going to cut these pieces that's facing this, these pieces that I'm gluing down here, you're going to cut these out the exact same way that you did the base of your bridge. If that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to stick this into place. Just like that. So this is the first one done. And what I was saying, if you didn't understand me, when we cut out our first pieces of the bridge, we're going to do the top layer the same way. So what I'm saying is you're going to take that and you're going to cut it at an angle like this. And you're going to cut it again at an angle. And you're going to end up with the piece that's going to go across here just like this, which we have here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue here. And we're going to go ahead and stick this into place. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this here. Just like this. And for the ends that we did on this one, you're going to take a popsicle stick and you're going to cut it at an angle. And it will go here just like this. Which I've already have some cut. So we're just going to go ahead, put some here, glue here, and a little here. And we're just going to stick that down into place. Just like this. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue here and a dot here. And we're just going to stick this right down on here. And we're just going to stick it there. just like that. And this is what we have. So as you can see, it's starting to come along just like this one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build the walkway for the bridge. And I'm going to stick that there. And so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to grab some popsicle sticks and we're just going to start cutting. And this is going to be the walkway of the bridge. And I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to need. But I used how many on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I used 8 on that one. So we're going to probably try to use about 8 on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these into place. I'm going to cut as I go. So here is 2. And I'm just going to grab this. And we're just going to go ahead and place this right up against there. And I am going to measure here. And we're going to cut. And glue. So basically all I'm doing now is just cutting and gluing into place the walkway to the bridge. And let me see here. Here's one that's already cut. Just stick that. I'm going to put a little more glue on this one. I pulled it off before it was completely dry, but that's fine. I'll just add a little more hot glue to it. And we'll just stick it on here, just like this. And I'll go ahead and measure here. And cut it like this. And we're just going to put some hot glue on across this. And stick that on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more. And then I'll measure it. I'll put it across my bridge to see if I need to add a couple more to it. So we'll find out here in just a second. And I'm just scraping off the extra hot glue because we really don't need it. And oh goodness, one more. So we're just going to put this here and we're just going to cut, measure and cut, and then I'll glue this down and then we'll start assembling the bridge. Like that. And stick that on. And for some reason that one ended up being a little bit bigger than I actually needed to be. So let me see here. I'm just going to peel off that extra glue and we're going to stick this on. I'm going to grab a new one. That's got a little too much glue on it for me. So I'm going to grab a new one and we're just going to go ahead and cut and measure. Here we go. See how well this works. Turn it this way. There we go. Now, I'm just going to put this little bit of glue on here, and we're going to stick it on, let it dry, and then we'll start assembling the bridge. And let's see here. I'm just going to peel that off, and I am going to stick it. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is take some of that hot glue and put a nice amount right across the bottom. And we're just going to stick this right here, just like this. And we're going to hold it for a little bit and let it go ahead and dry. There we go. And now I'm going to put a layer of hot glue up on here, just right across the top. And I'm putting a generous amount. And we're just going to go ahead and stick. And I need to turn this around so I can see it. And we're going to go ahead and stick this part to it. So I'm going to hold this here just like this until it dries. And it's not going to take long. And here we have it. I need to just go up a little bit with this one. Okay, I moved that too soon and it did not dry properly. So I'm just going to peel off this glue because it did not dry. I moved it too fast before it actually had time to dry. But that's fine because we're going to do it again. Just going to put a little bit of glue right back on that same spot. And we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it this way. And we're just going to stick this right here on it. And now I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to slide this down a little bit. Right there. And we're just going to hold this until it dries. And while that's doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and put a layer of hot glue right underneath there on both sides. And I'm just going to continue to hold it. And this, I'm just gonna hold that, and I'm just gonna let it set up until it dries. And this is what we have so far. And in the meantime, while that's drying, I am going to go ahead and start making the steps to the bridge. So while this is drying, I am going to just take a popsicle stick. I'm just going to grab a couple of them. I'm just going to put those here. And I am just going to cut. And we're going to start building the steps, the legs, or the steps to the bridge. And let me see here. And since I'm not taking a measurement, I am just eyeballing and cutting as I go, because that's about all I can do. And let me see here. I'm just going to stick this in here just like that. See, I'm just going to trim off a little bit, just a little. There we go. And now I'm going to grab this hot glue, and we're just going to start building the steps to the bridge, because you can't go over a bridge if you don't have steps. So yeah, bring this down a little bit, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue there just to ensure it. There we go. Push this in and hold it. And there's the first one. Now I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of them. Just going to cut a little off. And this is, we're going to do 3 on each side. There we go. All right. So, and I'm just going to trim, there we go, just a little bit. Now we're going to grab the hot glue gun and we're just going to put some hot glue on each end. And we're going to go ahead and stick that right into place. And I'm just going to turn this around to make sure that they're even. So there's 2. And we just got to do 1 more. So what I'm going to do is use this stick as a reference. And we're just going to cut it. And I have to cut just a tiny hair off. There we go. And we're just going to stick that into place. I'm just going to trim off a little bit. Hot glue. And then we're just going to stick this one into place. Bring that down. And there we have the first side. Now we got to go over here and do this side. So we're just going to cut. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut off a little more, because I can see that that's going to be way too big. And we're just going to stick this in just like that. So that's perfect. We're going to grab our hot glue. I'm just going to stick that there. And we're just going to slide this in. And I'm just going to push it up, make sure it's even. And there's 1. We got 2 more to do. So just going to cut a little bit of this off. See, that looks good. Just going to go ahead and stick this here. And we are almost done with our bridge. And we're just going to slide that down just a hair. And we're going to do 1 more step. And there we have it. And I'm going to cut off a little more. Like this. I'm just going to trim off just a hair. Like that. And we're just going to go ahead and put this into place. And stick this in here. And we're going to slide that down a little. There we go. And there's the second side done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover the ends of our popsicle stick. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and cut at an angle like this. And we're going to go ahead and measure. And I cut that too short. That's fine. That's why I got all these popsicle sticks for, is to cut and use if I make a mistake. So let's see what we have here. All right. And let's see. All right. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. There we go. Alright, now we're going to do another one just like it. And we're just going to use this as a reference. So I'm just going to cut here, and then we're just going to cut here. And I am going to slide those out the way, and we're just going to go ahead and now I'm going to take 2 more sticks, and we're just going to cut at an angle like this. And I'm just going to place this here to see how long I need it to be. That's fine. Alright, so I got these 2. Now we're going to cut off 4 more sticks. So we have this one here. That's 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 1 more. 4. Now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue right across here. And we're going to go ahead and stick this here on here just like this. And now I'm going to take these and we're just going to glue them. I need to turn this. Okay. I need to take this off and turn it around because I put this on backwards, but that's fine. I'm just going to peel off the extra glue, and we're going to peel that little bit off, and we're going to try this again. And we're going to put this here. Alright, clearly I need to cut a little of that off. Okay, there we go. That's better. So now we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to put a layer of hot glue right across the base of this bridge like that. And I am going to just stick that on here just like this. Okay, we have that. And now I need to add just a little more glue and push this up just like that. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do, after I get the glue off my fingers, we're going to take our other piece and we're just going to glue this at an angle this way, going down. So I'm going to put some hot glue here and a little bit of glue here. And we're just going to stick this at an angle like this. And this is what we end up with so far. Now we're going to do this side. So I'm just going to add some hot glue here. And then a drop here. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick this into place. And next what we're going to do is we're going to do the other side. So we're going to do this side. So I'm going to turn this down, and I am going to just lay my craft stick here, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue on my ends like this. And then we're just going to stick that on here like that. And then now we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue I'm going to stick this here. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue here like this. And then we're just going to put a little bit here. And I am going to secure it like this. And we got one more side to do. And here it is. So we're going to put I'm just going to go ahead this time and put my hot glue on here and put a little bit here. And we're just going to stick that on here just like this. And that is it. I'm going to clean up my mess. And here is the bridge that we just completed. So now I have two. So yeah, this was a quick little craft. Like I said, and if you're going to put this outside, you probably want to seal it. I'm going to be staining mine. And yeah, so I'm going to peel these little strings off. But yeah, that is it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody always want me when I'm filming. So, and there we have it. So, like I said, this is our bridge. It was pretty cool making. It was fun. I had fun making it a second time. So, yeah, I got two. And, yeah, so with that being said, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see me do any other type of video, please let me know in the comment box below. And once again, thanks for watching this video. And I hope y'all all have a nice day. Bye.